My name is Josh. I was in the Marine Corps from 1994 to 1998. Got out the day before 9/11, went back in 2005 until 2011. I served with the Marine Corps around Fallujah, Iraq in 2006. I was a turret gunner. We were heading on patrol down to Abu Ghraib prison, and I was in the fourth vehicle, and an IED had went off, and I'm not positive what happened. I just know that there was two bad guys I seen on the side of the road, and the last thing I remember, I was trying to shoot them. I was unconscious and ended up in the driver's lap with my head in his lap. So thank goodness, with flash burns and a little bit of debris in my head. And I have a traumatic brain injury. At first, I realized when I would try to walk, because my balance was off, my equilibrium was really bad, and my vision was blurry. And then my eardrums were swollen from the explosion as well. So I was having a hard time hearing. And I knew there was something wasn't right, but I didn't want to say anything because I knew that what they were going to do. They were going to either stick me in the rear or they're going to send me home. And so I just sucked it up. Even when I got back home, I was still having a lot of symptoms as far as, always sick, nauseated. Sometimes when I'd be walking, I'd feel like I was going to fall off a cliff, or, driving even was a little bit of a task. I was just having a lot of problems as far as like my body, my back. I have two lower crush discs in my back, and, I have arthritis really bad in my hands. And so you're sitting there wondering, like, is this going to get any better, and what should I do? And that's not even like including the TBI and the PTSD, you know what I mean? And so I'm like, well, I don't know where to start with this. Me and my wife actually split up during the time frame, and I wasn't the same person anymore. She wanted me to get help, and I was sort of fighting that a little bit. And so there was a lot of problems. I distanced myself from all my family, everybody. I didn't talk to anyone, even friends. I even distanced myself from guys that I served with even. I used to love football and always got the ticket, to watch all the games. I love the Colts, and I haven't watched a football game since 2007. I never got the ticket again. I didn't realize that either at the time. I'm like, wow, I'm not even, I'm not watching football. It was just like, that's just nothing. Doesn't mean anything to me. And I love boxing. I quit watching boxing. I quit everything, like all at once. And I didn't realize it in myself that I had done that. The VA came in because I was in a reserve status, and I'd had to go back to my civilian job to do my job, which didn't work out too well either. I was having a huge problem with transitioning. And when you're not feeling well and you're sick and you're waking up every morning like that with a brain injury, you're not really wanting to get up and do anything. So I started missing a lot of work, and I was getting very agitated. And there was a lady that came from the VA to talk to us. And I guess I broke down to her and just told her, I don't know if I can handle this anymore. And then she immediately got me into the VA system. I ended up getting a caseworker, like I said, at the VA, and she was wonderful. She did a lot to help me. If it wasn't for her, I don't know what would have ended up happening, honestly. I did therapy through the VA, and I did it numerous times as well, and I had multiple psychologists. A lot of it was how could the VA help me in adjusting to get at least back to sort of normal, of my daily life. The first psychologist that I had, she was really good. Like, I felt, there was a lot of trust and stuff, and she was able to get a lot out of me as far as like, talking about it. And I've been in anger management classes, and, I've been thrown all the different classes, which I think has helped. I'm glad I've experienced it. It's helped me a lot in trying to understand myself. And I don't think anyone wants to admit that they have any problems either. So that's like the biggest thing, is to get over it, to understand that you do have a problem. Well, you need to get help now. It's better to do it now than wait 20 years to get help and ruin every relationship, along the way on the path of destruction. So I always try to get everyone to the VA. I always carry extra cards and hand them out, to say, hey, this is what it's for. This is the time to get help. You've already been through hell, so how's this gonna hurt you? It can only help you.